Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to our Grace for It Friday. I'm so excited that it is the weekend, baby. Yes. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week, and I hope that you have a relaxing weekend ahead of you and that you take time to kind of slow down and, as they say, smell the roses. So today I want to encourage us and to remind us all that we are what we see. We are what we see. So in Numbers chapter 13, Joshua sends out spies into the land. And so he sends out 12 spies and he gives them instructions. And then they come back with a report after 40 days. And they say the land is indeed flowing with milk and honey, but we seen giants and we were like grasshoppers in their eyes. But Caleb and Joseph said, listen, y'all, we got this. We can take this land. God is with us. We can conquer it. But the other 10 was like, we too small. There's nothing we can do. And so I want to relate that to us. Some of us aren't able to do or to operate in the greatness that God has already given us because we see ourselves as insignificant. We see ourselves as not being, as popular or as well connected, or, we don't have as many followers. We don't get a lot of invites. So because we measure our greatness to things that don't validate our greatness, that don't affirm our greatness, we see ourselves as insignificant. A lot of us are not walking in our purpose because just like those 10 spies, we're saying that we're only little grasshoppers. And I'm here to tell you, you are what you see. If you see somebody that's insignificant, then you are. If you see somebody that's little, then you are. If you see somebody that doesn't, have the right, whatever it is to get to where you're supposed to be, then that's true. Whatever you see about you is what your truth is going to be, is what you're going to live out. Now, there will be times where we're insecure, where we doubt, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is really, am I really able to do this? But for those of us who say, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know this is the path that God has me on and I'm going. We are the giants. For those of us that said, listen, I may not have everything I need right now. I may not have the platform. I may not have the followers. I may not have the influence or the popularity. But what I do have are the gifts that God have already given me. What you speak out of your mouth, what you believe in your heart, tells whether you are a giant or a grasshopper. Now, we all have grasshopper moments, but some of us have a grasshopper mentality and a grasshopper lifestyle. And that is not the life that God has for you. Because he's great, we're great. Why? Because he made us in his image, y'all. He didn't make us to be as grasshoppers. Jesus himself says, greater works will we do than him. So why would he give you the gifts that you have for you to just sit on them? For you to just say, well, I would, but for you to make excuses, for you to be stuck because you waiting on people to affirm you, you waiting on people to support you. Your purpose doesn't need validation. Your calling doesn't need validation. The moment God created you, that was all the validation you need. Take it from somebody who used to live in that space, who used to wait for certain people to acknowledge and to recognize the greatness that was in me. And when they didn't, I just continued to shrink until I had an epiphany. I'm great because God is great. I'm great because he created me in his image. I'm great because I got all these gifts, all of these ideas that's running through my head. Listen, I'm not great based on your opinion of me. Based on how you handle me, that doesn't determine my greatness. My greatness was already predetermined before I entered this world. So guess what? I'm already a giant. And so we have to level up our thinking. We have to level up our speech. We have to level up our faith about ourselves. Now, I'm not talking about being conceited and being arrogant, but I'm talking about walking in your greatness with unapologetically. Listen, Who cares if so-and-so don't support you? Who cares if so-and-so doesn't give you an invite? You don't need them to affirm your greatness. You're already great. And so I want you to believe that. I want you to stand on it. And I want you to live it out. You are already great. So get rid of that grasshopper mentality and embrace the giant that you are in all of your greatness. All right. So just a reminder, you are what you see. So what do you see when you look in the mirror? If you see all of your flaws and all of your shortcomings, guess what? That's what's going to rule your life. But when you look in the mirror, you say, you know what? Despite my mess ups, I'm still great. Despite how I missed the mark last time, I'm still great. Despite what they think about me, I'm still great. Because you are. And I want you to believe it with all your might. And I want you to start speaking well about you. What happened to those 10 spies that gave that bad report? They died. What happened to Joshua and Caleb? They lived. They went into the promised land. So be careful about what you believe about yourself, because you may be killing some things that God already had assigned for you. It's not the enemy, it's you. You are already great. You are a giant and not a grasshopper. All right. Listen, you guys, I'm doing a Mother's Day giveaway. Tomorrow is the last day to enter. The link is in the caption of this video. Entrepreneurial Bible study every fourth Thursday. We completed chapter 2 in Nehemiah yesterday and went through chapter 3. So we will start chapter 4 in May 26th. Go ahead and register and then save the date. Grace Fort 2022 is happening October the 15th, Columbia, South Carolina. Ladies, I want to see you in the building. All right. God's going to do some amazing things this year. So I thank you guys. Listen, have a greater working weekend and just repeat to yourself, I am a giant and not a grasshopper. Everything that God allows to come your way, He's already graced you to handle it. You got to believe it. All right. Have a great one. Bye-bye.